Hi, I'm Tristan, and I'll be giving you a quick tour of Sense, a next-generation platform we're building for high-productivity data science and big data analytics. What makes Sense different is how easy it is to collaborate on, scale, and deploy serious analytics projects using the most powerful tools available, whether in the cloud or on your own private cluster. Let's see how Sense works. To get started, I'll sign in. At its core, Sense is a collaborative platform for teams working together with data. Here are my current projects I'm working on with colleagues, but let's create a new project to do some quick analysis. Traditionally, running a tool like R in the cloud or on a remote cluster has been a major pain. Sense fixes that. Here, we can launch a supercharged version of R in one click. What just happened? Within 3 seconds, we're running an interactive version of R on a remote container in the cloud. There's no setup, shuffling files, server administration, or worrying about security. And this isn't an awkward batch setup. We can use R interactively from the command prompt or from a script with seamless integration between R and the built-in editor. Here I'm using Command Enter to execute snippets interactively. I can modify my analysis on the fly, and all my analysis is saved for posterity. R is one thing, but Sense is built to give any tool this highly productive workflow. Perhaps you're more comfortable with Python than R, no problem. Just like R, you can use Python interactively from the command prompt, or we can create a script to make sure our analysis is reproducible. Here, I'll download some data from Yahoo Finance on Tesla's stock price and graph it. That's not bad, but Sense also supports rich, interactive visualizations. Here, we can plot the population of the world using WebGL, or the activity of Royal Navy ships during World War I using CartoDB, or a fully interactive bit of analysis directly from R. It's hard to see, but Sense takes care of all the tricky bits, like transporting your files securely and persisting them as part of the dashboard history. Okay, that's pretty cool, but what's really cool is Sense supports any interactive tool using an open source engine API. Here I'll install a Julia engine into my project using npm. Once installed, I can use new engines like any other, either from the command prompt or from the editor. Engines are also a great way to integrate external services. To see how this works, let's store some temporary AWS and Redshift credentials securely as project environmental variables. Now let's do some analysis in Redshift. After launching a SQL dashboard, we can look at the column names in our sales table, find total sales on a given day, or the top 10 buyers by quantity, or events that were in the 99.9 percentile of all-time gross sales. Alright, that's neat. But what happens if I want to scale an engine like R directly rather than using Redshift? That's usually a huge hassle. In Sense, it's a slider. Here, I'll launch an R engine with 9 dedicated cores and 33 gigabytes of RAM in one click. That's not all. I can also launch worker dashboards, which run remotely in just one line of code. There's no shuffling files or server administration. It just works. You can even see the output of your workers in your master dashboard, no matter where they're running. When you stop your dashboard, all your worker dashboards get cleaned up automatically. Using worker dashboards, Sense supports higher-level cluster computing frameworks like Spark and MPI. Here, I'll run multiple chains of a Bayesian model using a parallel distributed for each loop directly in R. So far, we've done a lot of ad hoc analysis. Where traditional tools really suffer, though, is collaboration and deployment. Let's see how these work in Sense. Here's a deployed job. We can run it with a click, just like a dashboard, and track its history and status. Everything is always visible for all team members to see. Maybe we want to share the results of a job. No problem. Just grab the dashboard link and email it. Or maybe we want to share the entire project with a collaborator. Here, I'll add my co-founder Anand to the project and give him admin access. If we want to publicize our results, we can make the project public. If we're in a particularly collaborative mood, we can even work on the same dashboard at the same time. Sense makes collaboration and deployment a breeze, whether you're working as part of a team or large data-driven business. And that's Sense, a next-generation platform for high-productivity data science and big data analytics. We're still in private beta, but you can sign up at senseplatform.com, email us anytime at support@senseplatform.com, or follow us on Twitter @senseplatform. Let's build a radically better way to do data science together.